ConEquip 101, we're in the house!
What's up? Or should I say, what's under your carriage? I'm Ben with ConEquip Parts, and this is ConEquip 101. Well, in today's class, we're going to be talking about mini excavator undercarriage. We're going to start with the front of the machine, work our way to the back, point out all the different components of an undercarriage. We have here front idler wheel. And we call it an idler wheel because it just sits on the front of the machine. There's no driving force behind it at all. Its main function is twofold. One, put pressure on the front part of the track, and two, to also help keep the track in track with the rest of the machine. There's bearings, shaft, seals in there. Those items inside do get messed up once in a while. You'll start hearing them clunking around when you know it's time to give us a call for a new one. If we move our way back just a little bit, you can't see it with this steel here. There's a yoke and a track adjuster assembly. We have a shaft that goes back into a hydraulic cylinder, and there's a spring that keeps tension on that hydraulic cylinder. And then as you can tell with this piece here, little cover plate inside here, there's two grease fittings. One grease fitting is to pump grease into it. Other grease fitting is to take out grease. So why would you want to put grease into the grease fitting, you ask? Wonderful question. These rubber tracks do get loose once in a while. They stretch out. They're rubber. Everybody knows that rubber stretches. Rubber bands stretch. We'll leave it at that. When you pump grease into it, hydraulic cylinder fills up, spring keeps tension out, ends up pushing the front idler wheel forward, thus making the good old rubber get hard. Next thing we have underneath here, moving back on the undercarriage, you'll see a handful of these little bolts here. These are on the bottom part of the undercarriage, thus called a bottom roller. They do make single flange bottom rollers and double flange bottom rollers for mini excavators. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottom rollers. And what's the purpose of the bottom rollers? Well, it's twofold. One is to help keep the track on track, and two, it helps disperse the weight. So moving our way back, you look up underneath there, we got a top roller because it's on the top, opposite of the bottom. And the purpose of this top roller, I don't really know. Then we move back to this sprocket, which is basically kind of a gear, some people might call it, on the back side of the excavator. The sprockets bolt to the final drive. The final drive we don't consider a piece of undercarriage. It's a hydraulic moving component, but ConEquip Parts sells these to help you guys keep moving forward. The sprocket teeth get wore out. They'll come down to a real fine point. And then what happens at that moment and juncture in your life is that the track starts falling off. The last thing of undercarriage is going to be the rubber track itself. Excavators move quite a bit, getting on the trailer, getting off the trailer, driving to the backside of a job. We got it on stone in your yard and moving it around. So it's really good to make sure that the tread on the rubber tracks are in really good shape. The other thing you got to be very, very careful of is don't go into rebar with a rubber track. I mean, you got steel with rubber, something's going to give. My bet is on the steel. You got rubber tracks, you got to make sure you get the right size. ConEquip Parts definitely sells undercarriage, rubber tracks, sprockets, final drives, bottom rollers, top rollers. You name it, we got it. Now it's time to show you live in motion what a good sprocket looks like moving the track around. And I can't do that myself, so I need my good friend and cousin, by the way, Steve Gray! Everybody, any push people out here, give it up! All right, Steve-O! By the way, OSHA does approve 3 points of contact when entering a machine. So count, yep, there you go. Okay, good. Yep, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, the sprocket tooth is going down into the lugs on the rubber track. So it just goes right up in there. If the teeth are real sharp, it's gonna miss the lug and it's gonna start throwing the track off, and then you got a detracked machine and you need another buddy to come over and help you get the track back on. Let's give Steve a round of applause, everybody, for helping out, not screwing up.
ConEquip 101, we're in the house!
I'm Ben with ConEquip 101. See you later.